So,
and to that point, so the average age of a first-time home buyer is 33 years old, right? Whether or not that's when any of us first bought, it's just the average age. Looking at birth rates and where we've been, where we are on the chart of when birth rates, when these people are hitting 33 years old, we're in the third year of a 9-year run of dramatically increasing 33-year-old, basically new homeowners, right? New demand. So as we get, when you overlay that chart, which I wasn't planning on having this conversation, so I didn't bring it. When you overlay that chart,
you're saying that cohort, that cohort now that's passed. The next cohort that's coming,
we're in it.
We're getting it's growing. The size of that cohort as we go down.
And we have 6 more years of that.
Wow.
And the problem is from a demand standpoint, we are like 60% supply of what we need for total demand. So there's just not enough. And supply and demand in basic economics alone says if there's not enough supply, your prices go up because then fewer people can afford it, and that's just fewer people will buy, whether or not they can afford it. So you end up in a situation where we've got a solid 6 years of not enough inventory. And then even then, it doesn't drop off a cliff. Like it's just a small dip and then it starts again. So I don't, short of felling all of the forests and immediately building houses, which would upset a lot of people in this neighborhood, you're gonna have it's a long-term problem from supply, right? So new household creations are going to be harder. They're going to be multifamily homes. They're going to be people who are, 2 couples buying a home together because there's not enough to do, not enough homes to buy. So it'd be interesting to see how the new households develop and what they become as we move forward. And then I don't think that's going to happen a lot. We're going to still have a ton of single-family homes and people who buy them that way. But like you look back, a generation, maybe 2, and you would have grandma living with you as the grandchild, right? You would have the whole family living there in one house. Now, mind you, like this was my mom's house in Oakland. It was huge. It was like 6,000 square feet. You could do that, right? But you can't do that easily in a 1,200 square foot single story in Tacoma, right? So the way the homes are being built, and our homes are definitely different here, right? They're a lot larger, but they're still not totally built for multifamily. So it's that supply that's going to be a challenge with all the new home creations.
and at the other end of the spectrum, from the age range, and I don't have the data for this, but because of the pandemic and for a lot of different reasons, a lot more people have decided to retire, and they're looking for that, that last home that they want to. Trilogy could be that, and from a single family home perspective, the demand for first time and that retirement age.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. As people are aging out and retiring, they're actually in the workforce and they're like, forget it, we're done.
I'm sure there's some metrics somewhere, but anecdotally that sounds reasonable that, for my generation, you might be a few years older than me.
Just a few.
I try to keep my young looking face, but I mean, with the technology and the health advances, one is able to stay living independently in a single family home, like a trilogy home, for years longer.
Right.
That home does not now come back off
Right.
to be sold to someone younger.
And much better than anything, but the demand for ramblers is just spiked in recent years.
Yes, that's, we a lot of my clients are looking for that. Obviously, Trilogy fulfills that need, the downsize, ranch style living, and, but it's almost sold out. It's almost all built out. Now, they are going to be moving further into the Glacier Point, east of Tehaleh. Here will be the next section. It'll be 1,500 homes over there, and Shea will be building more 55 and older homes there. But more importantly, Wesley, which is right here, is a great alternative to people who want to get in here. As they age, they can age pretty much in place with going over to Wesley, which is very, very well known, extended living facility with 3 different levels of care. Really make it very valuable over here. But there's other developers outside of Tehaleh that are coming in too, like KB Homes down in Falling Water. They're building ranch-style homes, and my clients are just going, Tehaleh's nice, but just you know, just down the hill, boy, is a whole village full of ranch style houses. So,
Yeah.
but we'll see that. Tehaleh will develop, the master plan community will adapt as it expands. We should see a lot of changes in the way they build here and what type of product they build to address that.
You see facilities go up all the time for active adult living. That, to your point, like with what Wesley has, right? They're going up all over the sound. The demand for them is huge
Yeah, the waiting
because
list is years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's even for the people who are going to not be in their single family homes anymore. We still need a place for those people to go live, right? So as those places develop and grow, that'll free up a little bit of the inventory, but it's not going to be a lot. Not as much as we need.